Fall 2025 Reincarnation Anime is going crazy, so today we're breaking down 6 new and returning shows, bringing chaos, comedy, emotional damage, and questionable decisions. Stick around because this lineup has heat, heart, and hilarious nonsense every Isekai fan will appreciate. Kicking off with number 6, A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. If you've ever played an RPG, ignored the main quest, and just wandered off collecting mushrooms like a confused forest goblin, congratulations! You're spiritually related to the MC of A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. This show drops our protagonist into a fantasy world not as a hero, not as a chosen one, but as the dude who exists solely to gather materials. And honestly, he's thriving. The vibe here is cozy adventure mixed with bro accidentally broke the economy by selling too many rare herbs. The anime leans into the joy of exploration, lush forests, strange creatures, and NPCs with about 2 brain cells collectively. But the twist is that the gathering system becomes way too powerful, and suddenly this man is outsmarting nobles, out-leveling warriors, and out-earning kings just by foraging like a professional bush inspector. What makes it fun is the presentation. Goofy reactions, chaotic item combinations, and extremely petty villains who get roasted harder than they deserve. It's not trying to be the next big action epic. It just wants you to relax while our MC unintentionally breaks the world with botany. And honestly, it works. It's wholesome, funny, and surprisingly hype once the stakes climb. Not the loudest show of fall 2025, but definitely one that sneaks up on you with charm. This is Emiverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Sliding to number 5, Reincarnated as daughter of the legendary hero and the Queen of Spirits. This one feels like someone mashed the rising of the shield hero, ascendance of a bookworm, and every overpowered child protagonist trope into one chaotic smoothie. Our MC dies, gets reborn as the impossibly cute daughter of a legendary swordsman and a literal spirit queen, and immediately becomes the walking embodiment of plot armor. From the moment she learns to crawl, she's already out dueling grown knights and casually talking to ancient elemental spirits like they're her neighborhood friends. And of course, every adult around her switches instantly into proud parent mode, even the ones who promised they wouldn't be soft. Meanwhile, villains keep pulling up with "We have come to capture the princess," only to get folded by a toddler who can barely pronounce her own name. Peak comedy. But don't let the fluff fool you. This anime has surprisingly thoughtful world building. Spirit politics, magical territory wars, and ancient prophecies pop up around every corner. And our tiny MC, she handles all of it with the energy of a child negotiating extra snacks before bedtime. Is it overpowered? Absolutely. Does it care? Not even slightly. But the charm hits, the comedy lands, and the emotional moments actually work. If you like wholesome chaos mixed with fantasy intrigue, this one earns its spot easily. Landing on number 4, Kakuriyo, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits Season 2. Finally, after fans waited long enough to question their life choices, Kakuriyo is back with Season 2, and it returns with even more gorgeous spirit world aesthetics, romantic tension, and enough food animation to make you hungry at 3 a.m. Aoi's story continues as she navigates the supernatural inn and its bizarre guests, each one needing emotional repair, custom meals, or just therapy. She remains the calm queen of hospitality while surrounded by beings who could vaporize her, but instead argue like dramatic housemates on a reality show. The chemistry with Odana gets deeper, and yes, the slow burn continues to tease everyone into emotional suffering. This season leans more into mystery and world expansion. We learn new spirit clans, new territories, and new politics, some of which make you realize the spirit world is basically the world's most chaotic customer service department. Aoi fixes problems with food, kindness, and strategic eyebrow raises, while Odana handles threats with grace, intimidation, and touch her and I'll erase your existence energy. It's cozy, atmospheric, and beautifully animated. Even when nothing huge happens, the vibes are so strong you stay invested. And when drama hits, it hits. If you loved Season 1, this continuation rewards you big time. But trust me, Number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Looking at number 3, The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess. Now this anime, this one is pure comedy, chaos and cringe flashback energy. Our heroine gets reincarnated into the dark fantasy world she wrote as an edgy teen. And of course, she's not reborn as the hero. No, she becomes the villainess, the one she made embarrassingly dramatic, evil and overpowered during her middle school nobody understands my pain phase. Her entire mission becomes, please don't let these characters find out I wrote their tragic backstories while listening to loud emo music. And desperately dodge her own cringy creations is peak entertainment. Every episode is basically past self. I created a psychopathic prince who murders for fun. Reincarnated self. Why? The best part is how the anime balances comedy with genuinely compelling plot twists. Her old characters aren't just caricatures, they're complex, unpredictable, and extremely suspicious of her every move. Meanwhile, she has to act normal while accidentally triggering her world-ending flags and trying to rewrite her storyline through sheer stress. It's meta, self-aware, dramatic, and hilarious. The kind of show that makes you think back to your own teenage nonsense and go, yeah, I would also be running for my life. If you love villainous isekai with sharper humour and darker lore, this is the one to watch. Dropping in at number 2, a wild last boss appeared. Bro, this anime is basically, what if the final raid boss from an MMORPG logs in one day and wakes up inside the game looking fabulous, dangerous and extremely annoyed? The MC, previously a top-tier player, gets reincarnated as their own infamous villain character, a ridiculously powerful demon queen. The hook isn't just power, it's identity. She now must navigate a world where NPCs remember the destruction she caused, players turned inhabitants fear her, and enemy factions assume she's plotting world domination again. But she's trying to figure out how to live without accidentally starting another war. The comedy slaps. Watching a former dude adapt to being a regal demon queen is endlessly funny, especially when old subordinates pledge loyalty with dramatic speeches while she's there like, please stop kneeling, this is awkward. But the world building is surprisingly deep. Politics, factions, rival heroes, and a mystery about how the world changed after the old era. What sells it are the fights, fast, flashy, and explosive. This anime knows how to hype battles without sacrificing story. And the MC's personality? Sharp, sarcastic, and way too done with everyone's nonsense. This one easily climbs near the top. But number 1? Number 1 is straight chaos. Finally, number 1, Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider? Is this technically a reincarnation anime? Yes, but with the most unhinged premise of fall 2025. Tojima dies and gets reincarnated in a world where he can finally live out his lifelong dream, becoming a full-blown Kamen Rider-style hero. The twist? He has 0 qualifications, 0 talent, 0 combat sense, but maximum enthusiasm. This anime is comedy gold. Tojima treats every situation like a dramatic henshin sequence, even when he's fighting enemies who look confused rather than threatened. The show constantly roasts him, but in the most affectionate way. And the reincarnation system? It gives him powers, but not the ones he wants. Imagine wanting laser kicks, but getting enhanced laundry folding speed instead. What makes it great is how self-aware it is. The anime parodies classic tokusatsu tropes while still delivering genuine hype moments. Tojima fails, learns, gets roasted, improves, and somehow becomes a symbol of chaotic inspiration to everyone around him. The side characters are just as funny, especially the mentor figure who regrets his life choices every episode. By the end, Tojima becomes a hero, not because he's strong, but because he refuses to quit being ridiculous. And honestly, that's the charm. Pure goofy, high-energy fun with heart. And that wraps up our fall 2025 reincarnation lineup. 6 shows with chaos, charm, comedy, and enough plot twists to keep your brain awake past midnight. Tell me which one you're watching first. Drop your own recommendations, hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another anime breakdown.